Update: at my baby shower, my mom gifted me a onesie that said surprise baby of a disappointment. He swore it was a joke, so I laughed and did this. 3 months later, there was loud banging at the door. Part 2. But of course, they didn't make it easy. The morning after the baby was born, I got a text from my mom. Well, is she here or not? No name, no congratulations, just that. I didn't respond. A few hours later, Rita posted a throwback photo of us as kids on Instagram with the caption, "Can't wait to meet my new niece, wherever she is." Because passive aggression is a family art form. That first week, my parents texted, called, and even sent a card to the hospital, addressed to Adam only. The front said, "Congratulations, Dad." Inside was a $20 Starbucks gift card and a sticky note that read, "Maybe this will help, hope you can find better work soon." I wish I were joking. Adam looked at me and said, "This isn't about me. It's about controlling you." And he was right. That's when we decided we were moving, not far, just far enough that they couldn't pop by, far enough that no one could accidentally drop in on the baby, far enough that I could breathe. We didn't announce it. We didn't give them our new address. When my mom asked when she could come see the baby, I replied, "I'll let you know when I'm ready." She never asked again. Rita texted 2 days later, "Wow, really embracing the whole cut off your family vibe." I didn't respond, but I did add her to the block list. That week, I made a private folder titled Evidence. Inside it, I saved screenshots of the onesie, their texts, Rita's posts, just in case they ever tried to make me the villain. I wanted proof. I wanted receipts. Adam called it my emotional insurance policy. I called it self-defense. But even then, part of me hoped, stupidly, quietly, that they'd apologize, that they'd show up differently, that maybe the baby would soften them. They didn't. They escalated. And what happened 3 months later made one thing clear: they didn't just want to see the baby. They wanted control. I always assumed that cutting someone off would feel like slamming a door, loud, dramatic, final. But in real life, it's quieter, more surgical, like slipping out of a burning building and locking the door behind you, not to hurt anyone inside, but because you know they'll only drag you back into the fire. I didn't send some big family group text. I didn't write a heartfelt letter. I just stopped. No more texts, no more updates, no more money. I quietly canceled the recurring transfers I'd set up to help with my parents' mortgage. That was $600 a month, gone. I stopped Venmoing Rita for emergency child care expenses, which somehow always coincided with her spa days, gone. I pulled out of the shared family emergency fund I stupidly agreed to years ago, which basically meant Christine pays for everything fund, also gone. I didn't explain. I didn't justify. Because the second you start explaining to people like that, they twist it into something they can argue with. The reaction, of course, was immediate. First came the passive-aggressive text, "Notice the mortgage didn't go through, hope everything's okay." Translation: "Where's our money? Human ATM." Rita: "Hey, your niece really needs her meds this month, can you send your usual?" Funny how her niece only existed when money was involved. I ignored them. So they escalated. My mom called and left a voicemail that started with, "I don't know what's going on with you, but this attitude is unacceptable," and ended with, "If you think you can punish us by using money, then maybe you're not mature enough to